Hybe used Heeseung as a financial experiment. And I found the proof in their own official documents. And once you hear this, you will never look at this situation the same way again. Let me start with something that nobody is talking about. Right now today, Heeseung is still on every single promotional poster. Still listed as an enhypen member on every major Korean portal site. Still doing fan calls under the enhypen name. Still on merchandise. Still in every group schedule. The lift said he is gone. Final decision. Not returning. So why is he still everywhere? Because the decision is not final. Because this was never a departure. This was an experiment. And March 31st is when they reveal the result. Now let me show you exactly what I found. March 10th, 4 p.m. Korea time. The lift drops the announcement. Heeseung is leaving enhypen. Fans worldwide break down. Petitions start. Trucks get ordered. The whole world turns upside down. But here is what Hybe never told you. That same morning, hours before that 4 p.m. announcement, before a single fan knew anything, the Hybe board of directors held a secret meeting behind closed doors. In secret. Without telling lower-level staff. Without telling the members. Without telling Heeseung's own team until the last possible moment. They signed a legal document called the board resolution. The decision was already legally done and sealed that morning. By the time fans were crying and signing petitions at 4 p.m., it was already over legally. Already signed. Already stamped. We were never fighting to change a decision. We were fighting against a signed legal document that was already done before we even found out. Let that sink in. But it gets so much worse. Because why March 10th? Why that specific day? Why not any other day in the entire year? Because March 10th was chosen on purpose. As a tactical move. A calculated announcement designed specifically to show two new board members their power. Isaac Lee, Kevin Mayer. These are the two men just appointed to Hybe's board. And I need you to understand who these people are. They are not music people. They are not K-pop people. They have never managed an idol group in their lives. They are corporate restructuring experts. The kind of people massive corporations bring in when they want to completely dismantle what exists and rebuild everything for maximum profit. Hybe brought in two corporate assassins. And Heeseung's departure was their first act. They wanted to prove to these new board members that they could remove a pillar member from one of their biggest groups and survive financially. That is what March 10th was. A demonstration of power. Using a human being. And now look at what is really happening on March 31st. Everyone thinks it is just a shareholder meeting. It is not. Hybe is asking shareholders to formally approve the biggest corporate restructuring in their entire history. They're abandoning the Western market. Pulling money away from the US. Away from Europe. Away from everything enhypen and their entire Western fan base built over 6 years. And redirecting everything toward Japan. Strategic alliances with Japanese artists. Japanese platforms. Japanese investment. Complete pivot. Enhypen spent 6 years building one of the most passionate Western fan bases in 4th generation K-pop. And Hybe just decided that market is no longer worth their investment. But here is the part that should make every single engene absolutely furious. Cumulative voting rights. Right now shareholders have one legal weapon. The ability to challenge board decisions. To stand up in that room and vote against something. To legally oppose the board. It is called cumulative voting, and it is the last tool any outside voice has to hold Hybe accountable. Hybe is removing it. At the March 31st meeting. Permanently. Once it is gone, no shareholder, no investor, no outside voice, no one can legally challenge or oppose any decision Hybe makes. Ever again. They are not just restructuring the company. They are removing every single mechanism that could stop them from doing whatever they want next. And there are 15 documents. Almost 400 pages. Written for this one situation. Normal companies do not write 400 pages for a normal idol departure. This was planned for months. In secret. While Heeseung was on stage performing the Sin Vanish with his members. While he was calling them his family. While he was talking to fans about the Europe tour. They were already writing the documents. Now here is what fans have figured out that ties everything together. Heeseung is still on promotions because March 31st is the real decision day. Not March 10th. March 10th was the experiment launch. March 31st is when they look at all the data and make the final call. The data they have been collecting for 2 weeks. How much did the stock fall? How loud are the fans? How long did they fight? Did the Western market respond with money or just with noise? Is engene's protest financially damaging enough to change the calculation? If the damage is too big, Heeseung comes back. The experiment failed. Too costly. If engene slowed down. If the stock stabilized. If the noise died, he is gone forever. The experiment succeeded. They can restructure in peace. Every single thing engene have done has been a data point going into that boardroom. The trucks outside Hybe. The protests in Seoul and Los Angeles. The 2 million signatures. The 1,500 emails to the National Pension Service that temporarily shut down a government office. The falling stock. The shareholders being contacted directly. Every single move. Hybe has been watching all of it. Calculating all of it. Deciding what it means for their bottom line. This was never about Heeseung's artistic direction. That was the cover story. The press release. The thing they say to the public while the real conversation happens in a boardroom over 400 pages of documents. This was a cold, calculated, corporate experiment. Using a human being who gave 6 years of his life to this company as a financial test subject. And on March 31st, in that shareholder meeting, the experiment gets its final result. Engene, you are not just fans anymore. You are the most important variable in this entire equation. And the next 8 days determine everything. Be louder than you have ever been. Hit the stock. Contact shareholders. Show up outside Hybe. Make sure every single person walking into that March 31st meeting knows the experiment failed. Because if you go quiet now, after everything, they win. And they've been betting on your silence since the morning of March 10th when they signed those documents behind closed doors. Do not give them what they planned for. Enhypen is 7. Always 7. And guys, I want to be honest with you. Everything I am sharing in this video, I found on social media. I could be wrong. The information about the experiment, the documents, the fan call, everything I talk about in this video may not be 100% true. I am not claiming any of this is confirmed fact. I just felt that if I found this information, then Engene have every right to know it too. Take everything with that in mind.